Women's voting power affects men across personal and political domains, reshaping behavior and policy. Men adjust their cognition to align with women's preferences, seeking relational or physical closeness, while conforming in relationships to preserve stability. Politicians respond to female voters, from teenagers to adults with evolving or youthful mindsets, producing policies that reflect these demands. Women utilize femininity to elicit men's protective responses, securing outcomes that prioritize individual needs over public welfare. Measures like prohibition, welfare expansion, and labor laws, connected to women's votes and men's concurrence, contribute to economic and social difficulties. In relationships, men adopt women's views, believing it ensures closeness, though women often disapprove of this compliance. Politicians target women's changing priorities, developing fragmented platforms that address immediate concerns rather than national stability. Women's use of charm or vulnerability prompts men to act, channeling resources into policies that may not align with governance's primary purpose. This influence, rooted in men's pursuit of approval and women's electoral authority, shifts gender balance, replacing complementarity with a dynamic where female preferences prevail. This analysis invites examination. Men cast their own votes, choosing to align with women rather than being obligated. Women's variable demands reflect human diversity, not inconsistency. Policies like prohibition emerged from collective choices, not solely female influence. Assumptions: men driven by intimacy, women by manipulation, overlook individual variation. Nevertheless, the perspective endures. Women's voting power, amplified by men's reactions, alters democracy's trajectory, yielding outcomes that challenge stability. Revoking suffrage remains a theoretical exercise, not a feasible proposal. The emphasis lies in understanding influence. If women's voting affects men's actions, the response involves men asserting independent judgment and politicians prioritizing collective needs. Democracy operates through competing interests, not unilateral dominance. Women's votes reshape gender interactions, and the results, whether advancement or disruption, depend on how men and leaders address this authority. This discussion highlights a reality. Suffrage extends beyond participation, influencing relationships, governance, and the distribution of power between genders.